little dips, little compressions.
Okay, and then watch for it. Oh, you've got another 1 kilometre.
Oh man, brilliant. Wow. Wide inside. Third
Niaje wase, karibuni sana Automobile Cafe, na kama kawaida I'm your guy, and today we're having a cafe session, basically speaking or just having a conversation about how the WRC was conducted and basically the oomph that it brought on board, and basically how fun it was this past weekend. So basically, let's start by introduction. So WRC is usually a championship, a world rally championship that usually takes place in 3 continents in the world, and usually these 3 continents lay a stage whereby competitors compete on tarmac. They also compete on gravel and snow. So basically what we offered here was a gravel type of a competition, which is usually known to be one of the world's toughest rally stages in the world. So basically, WRC is usually 13 events that take place in 3 to 4 days. And within the 3 to 4 days, points are put together and there comes a winner. Generally, there are usually 2 types of winners here, basically, or majorly. This is the driver and co-driver championships, where else it also offers an opportunity to get manufacturer championships. So basically, all these companies that you see participating or putting drivers and giving their perfect or best cars for the event are usually competing to get the manufacturer's titles, and it is as well as a good competition that can actually heavily aid in your marketing. The Subaru you know today is basically out of the rallies. The Silica people did know about in the 90s was a product of the rallies. So now we have the Yaris, which people are actually talking about and wanting to own one. And in the same line, the Yaris effect has led into the growth of the Toyota variant of vehicles as sport vehicles as well. So yeah, I don't know. Basically, that's the major small introduction about the WRC. And now let's dwell into the serious, or basically the main reason why tumefanya hii clip, and the reason was to majorly speak about what actually happened. First of all, personally, as Automobile Cafe pale Adaka, my guy Mimi, I was for Rovanpera, but unfortunately we never won the championships for the Kenyan stage, and actually didn't even complete it. Retirement took place, but despite that, in terms of points, Rovanpera is now currently the 4th best driver from the competition that took place. And actually before Rovanpera retired, he was actually number 2, so close yet so far from becoming this year's champion, same as last year's. But Mark, we wish you all the best, and we wish you all the best in the next stage. And we also want to see you next year so that we can, take the lead back. By taking the lead back, I mean Rovanpera fans. But I don't know, guys, kama mligundua. This time round, it's as if Hyundai was here to take the lead. Hyundai was kinda so aggressive in this stage. But unfortunately, they didn't become number 1, but they took 2 slots in the podium. That's number 2 and 3, which was a very, very serious growth, if you ask me. And actually, in a way, that shows you that Hyundai is very much interested in getting the championships, more so the African stage, which is the most technical one and the most aggressive one. and that alone will cement the durability of the vehicles if they do. I believe next year will be a very tight one, and I'm sure they'll be willing to do anything possible in their will to become number one. I wish you all the best, Team Hyundai, and you guys made me proud. I'm a great fan, and actually from all the jumps you guys did, it clearly showed, and it clearly motivated so many of us to believe beyond what people expect in us. So let's go to the grapevine of the whole event. Hii maneno serious sana tuachi hapo. So manze, most of you najua wenye mlishia hii race hata hamkujua mshindi ni nani, and as Brenda says, ebu she put it better than me. Ebu msikize.
Kenyans can completely rebrand something na wasijali ulikuwa na mipango gani, hiyo ni shughuli yako, because washindi wa WRC walikuwa kina nani? Washindi ni kina nani? Mmekuwa huko for hours, wengine wenyu leo hamna kazi. Washindi ni kina nani? I thought so.
So yeah, ukweli ni most of us we were just good attendees, but hii kitu tuligeuza ikakuwa tukaeka vitu zetu hapo. But apart from just knowing the champions, manze, this time round watu walikam. The Ugandans walikuwa hapa kama kawaida, and apart from that, for the first time Nduthi culture ama Nduthi gang waliamua this time round pia wanakam kwenye hii kitu, and I'm telling you my friend, walijitokeza. Just take a look the order, waliamua tu kuchukua one lane, wakakuja all the way. Some of them walitoka places kana Naivasha hapo hivyo, wengine walitoka Nairobi, Kisumu, Kitale, wengine wakatoka hadi Mombasa to only come and enjoy this event. I'm sure the people, I saw some comments hapa na pale on securities and stuff, but for sure I didn't see any of that. It was all fun, nice. Pia walijienjoy, and they had this opportunity to also feel the vibrance of the automotive sports culture. Manze, this was fun and this was good of them. Apart from that, pia watu wa magari walikam, watu wa matatu culture pia walikuwa. And let me tell you, isipokuwa one funny incident niliona, some guy fall from a vehicle. Ebu kindly check this clip.
Jesus is Lord. Yeah. You know you can be prosecuted for that.
Yeah, that was quite funny and risky at the same time. We wish or we hope they're doing good wherever they are. Some of these things can be fun and risky at the same time. But matatu culture was here, and all the best matatus you would ever think of zilikuwa zimekuja. And let me tell you, I'm sure these guys sitting on these matatus were even enjoying this event way better than most of you wenye mlikuwa mmeka huku chini kwa ground. It was all fun, and kila mtu alienjoy vile anaweza. So the other thing yenye ilifanyika, kama kawaida, usherati kidogo. Wakenya pale wameshikana wengi, lazima kasherehe. Hebu angalia, you see? Kasherehe kidogo. We are known for that, and come on, hii maisha pia sometimes yakuwaga na hustle zake. It's good ukitoka hapa nje you enjoy once in a while, and so yeah, kama kawaida guys did it, and fun they had, mpaka wengine wakaenda above board, lakini kidogo tuseme watu walikuwa wanajibamba. So the other thing that also happened was the way people attended this event. The traffic jam was intense, and the irony is, a few days before the event took place, it looked as if hakutakuwa na anything much, and people thought watu wengi hawataishia. The marketing was a bit poorly done, but all of a sudden, manze, I don't know the way Kenyans mobilize, but towards the final days, this thing was ever fully packed to capacity. It was all fun, and you can see these drone shots from basically the pilot shots, and everyone wants to get a piece of the event. This was I think there's fun.
Something wrong with us.
This was
Safari Rally, nani alisema mkuje nyote? By saa 2 asubuhi wale tulikuwa tumekuja, we were enough. By 6 o'clock people are still coming in.
So the other thing that also took place in this event was this pilot. Manze, the pilot was cooking, doing his thing. I'm telling you, this actually is not a pilot to me. This is more of an artist than a pilot. The shots were so good. The shots were so good. The guy did a very good job and made sure that every possible shots, kutoka mbele, kutoka nyuma, kando, capturing all these moments to make sure that the Safari Rally was magnificent and full of fun. And everyone, including those who didn't attend, remember this thing was being watched worldwide, had a peace and enjoyed the rally as we did. I'm telling you, this guy was having fun in his
Little
assignment.
bumps, little dips, little
Very
compressions.
good.
Okay, and then watch for it. Oh, you've got another 1 kilometre.
Oh man, brilliant.
The other thing that also happened is that Team Hyundai again had fun with this event. The pushes, the jumps, as in these guys truly outshined themselves. I don't know, I've been checking to see other clips online, but majorly, even most of the clips that are there, it's Team Hyundai doing the thing. And despite the mud that was there, the rough road, and all this hula baloo, Team Hyundai did it. And these guys really pushed it, even if the first position went to Toyota Gazoo Racing. To be honest, I'm sure even Team Toyota, where they're seated currently, they saw that threat, and I'm sure they may be going to respond in a similar manner or more aggressive manner to make sure that they dominate the podium as they did last year. But again, it was all fun and games, and kindly watch these clips and see how pushes were being done. So as much as we are the toughest tough of this event, manze, guys got stuck literally in the dust, and it was quite interesting. Whoever who was choosing this route, clearly hapo kidogo, there's somewhere kidogo. I'm not teaching you a job per se, but I'm just looking at it from this perspective. The tough should not be so tough to an extent that it puts off the attendees, basically the people taking part in this event. Also, at some point there was literally stones on the road. Sometimes the terrain was so rough to an extent that a car would jump, hop, skip and jump, hop, skip and jump, and some would lose bumpers. They would kind of be mutilated, for lack of a better word, but I don't think it should be as tough to that extent. We need to also try and see how we can mitigate that to make sure that this event imekuwa, one of the best events. I'm sure there are people who would like to attend these events sana as participants from other car brands, but when they look at the amount of torture that the Kenyan turf gives these vehicles, more often than not, not unless you're either trying to prove a point like Hyundai, or trying to maintain your leaderboard as like Toyota, then it stops being lucrative. I didn't see much of the Skodas as we did a few years ago. The amount of Fords were not as many, but yeah, they were there. But locally, our local drivers too still had an issue with this, considering that most of them would not do crazy speeds. Guys are trying to protect their cars. We all know how expensive this thing can be, and damaging a rally car is not the first priority, more so if you're a self-sponsored driver. So hapo hivyo kidogo inafaa itilio manani ndio waweze kusoti kitu. It's not interesting, haileti bidii hata kidogo. The other thing, apart from that, also local drivers. One of our lead local, or basically let me call him international, because he has done lots of African rally championships and he's won a couple, had this opinion about this event, feeling that maybe this event is not as good to the local scene as it seems. I don't know what's your opinion on that. Personally, I do not have an opinion on that. I don't know much about it, but hey, listen to what Carl had to say about the event.
Because we're fed up, so...
Has hosting the Safari Rally benefited local drivers and furthered motorsports in Kenya? Carl Tundo, a Kenyan veteran competing in this year's rally, is of the opinion that it hasn't.
For good or bad, we love having WRC here, but what has it done for local drivers? And local competition, it's taken a step back. No money has been put into local motorsport from this event, and that is something that upsets me. We're fed up, so and a lot of drivers are fed up, and fans are fed up. Unfortunately for me, it stems back to having the WRC here.
Leadership wrangles in the Kenya Motorsports Federation have left the sport in limbo. The Safari Rally is the first competition of the year for many of Kenya's representatives.
Yeah, so that's Carl's opinion on the event. I don't know about yours, but the comment sections are free. Feel free to write how you feel about the event, what was your experience, and what are you probably looking forward into the 2026 campaign. So for me, the 2026 campaign, I'll be behind Ruvampera as usual, and I'll be wishing him all the best. However, I'd also be supporting Hyundai, because from what I see, these are the next big thing. I don't know what they're trying to prove, but I wish them all the best. And I hope the government too, or the organizers of this event, will start advertising as early as January. Let's push the numbers. Let's create the hype. Let's enjoy. Thank you for sitting down with me. May we know your opinion pale chini. Looking forward to have another good one with you in the next episode. Ciao.
I think I need to compensate with the lighting, but